Everybody, welcome to today's show. I'm here with Kurt Mexican, Americans comedian. Hi, Kurt. How are you?
Americans Mexican, I'm known as.
That's right. All the way from Austin, Texas. Also here we have real Mexican, Steph Zamarrero. Hi, Steph.
Well, gracias, Jimmy.
Oh, gracias. Lo siento.
You are sorry.
I feel so low, I see into my toe. Lo siento. Remember those commercials?
That's called a mnemonic device.
Yes, yes. All right, let's get to this real quick because this I just saw this. So you remember, this is from 2023 in February. Biden's IRS plan is to crack down on waiters' tips. They're coming after waitresses' tips now, says a tax expert. So do you remember? So you remember that? And then I'm pretty sure Kamala Harris. Well, I don't want to say it if I'm not sure, but that was the Biden-Harris administration. They're coming after waiters and waitresses and bartenders and maids and valets and anybody who makes a tip.
Well, someone's got to pay for this Ukraine thing, Jimmy. It's not working out.
Oops.
Oh, there's jokes for this?
Oh, yeah.
Tip.
Oh, you're kidding. I chose this because I didn't think there were any jokes. So cut this part out, please, in post. Oh, I didn't know. Steph, is there anything to read yet? I have to read over these jokes.
Jimmy, go ahead and read over them. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you going to our show? I think there's still tickets for Chicago and Grand Rapids. Ladies and gentlemen, are you going to the Ramova Theater this Friday? It's going to be a great show. We have Kurt Mexican on the panel, Mike McCrae, Russ Dobular, Jimmy Dore, of course, leading us all off. I'll be on the panel. It'll be at the beautiful Ramova Theater. We're going to live stream it. What? We're going to live stream this on Rumble and YouTube this Friday. About 8 p.m. is our goal to go live. 8:15. All right. And so this is a big lift, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking Andrew and Chris, our editors. They're going. Roy's going to be directing. We have a whole group of people that are going there, and we're flying out Thursday. Be there Friday. And then next week, we're going to be covering, the night afterwards, we're going to be at the Grand Rapids. What's it called? The Wealthy Theater, Grand Rapids. And then after that, September 6th, Duluth, Gas South Theater. September 7th, Jacksonville, Florida, Terry Theater. October 20th, Tempe, Arizona. And November, day after Thanksgiving, we're going to be in Burbank. That's always a fun show. All right, I just saw somebody here. Hi, nice music, Makabala. Thank you, Makabala. And then, was this my first one that on YouTube today? And this is from Bittersweet Duality. Bittersweet Duality. A part of me died yesterday when I saw Jesse Ventura officially endorses Kamala Harris for president explicitly because he wants to see a woman win.
Because he wants to see a woman.
That's crazy. Yeah, Jesse Ventura said that.
Yes. Bittersweet Duality. Look what you're talking about.
The lizards got him finally. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we're all sad about that.
I like Jesse. I like Jesse. I've always been friendly with Jesse.
Oh, yeah, you're my friend.
Jimmy, guys like you and me, we're the Patriots. He actually said that to me once, so I can't. Anyway, let's get back to this. Remember when the Biden-Harris administration, their big idea was to go after waitresses, waiters, bartenders, valets, and anybody who gets tipped. Biden's IRS plans to crack down on waiters' tips. They're coming.
Fat cats.
Finally, somebody's going after. Yeah, the fat cats at the bottom. Huh? Am I right? So here's Trump saying it, and then guess what? Kamala Harris is now saying it. Remember I said how easy it was for Donald Trump to out-left the Democrats because the Democrats aren't left. So the Democrats are now what used to be called a right-wing party. They're pro-corporations, they're anti-worker, they're pro-war, they're anti-universal health care, they're anti-bodily autonomy, they're pro-censorship. That's what used to be considered right-wing positions when I was a kid. Now it's flipped. Now the Democrats are completely all those things. So here's Trump out-lefting the Democrats by coming up with the idea to take taxes off of tipped wages.
Because when I get to office, we are going to not charge taxes on tips, people making tips.
So that's June 9th. He said that. That was his big idea, which actually is a brilliant political move to do that. I bet that got him a lot of votes. So Kamala Harris knows that. By the way, she has no policies up on her website, so she decides to steal his.
Eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers.
You're kidding.
She stole his idea. She really is Israeli. Am I right, Kurt? Come on. Come on. Come on. Huh? So all I can say is she also going to steal his idea to fix the border and release the Epstein files? And top him with Medicare for all? Because that's fine by me.
Yeah.
It would be
I like
nice.
this competition. By the way, steal each other's good ideas and then try doing them.
Yes.
Well, why do we have that more where the leverage is he pushed her left? Are you kidding?
Donald Trump just pushed Kamala Harris to the left.
That was AOC's job.
That's what we thought AOC and Jamal Bowman and Cori Bush was going to do, except they didn't. They allowed the Wall Street to push them to the right. Nancy Pelosi pushed them to the right. So now Donald Trump is pushing Kamala Harris, a biracial, half Indian, half black candidate for president, to the left. And if she wins and does this, would I be upset? No, but guess what? She's not going to do that.
Yeah, right. It's all theoretical.
It's not going to happen. I'm just saying it is a nice thought, though, right, Kurt?
Hey, is that like the thought of protecting Roe v. Wade day one? That beautiful dream that went 3 elections?
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if she starts mimicking his policy on Gaza. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey, sweetie, do it. Mimic the Gaza part. Please call for ceasefire. That sounds great.
I like RFK. He supports mandatory tipping, right? Which is why he was just endorsed by radical chambermaids for Rogan. Come on. I wonder who cheats more at cards. What do you think?
She thinks she plays cards.
Oh, if she did. I want a candidate who clears up when you're supposed to tip. Like I was just in Big Bear and I rented a pontoon boat. Am I supposed to tip the guy who walks me to the boat? I tip the girl at the counter or the lady, and then I get to I'm like, oh, I supposed to? There's more people? I don't know.
Hey, Jimmy, listen, I don't know which, and I wouldn't dare speculate on which race Kamala Harris feels like identifying as, but ain't neither of them good on tipping.
Yeah, I know. It's not weird when she lies about supporting taking the cut. It's only weird when Trump and J.D. Vance do it. Yeah.
They're so weird. Hey, why didn't you look at that chart at the last second instead of taking a bullet in your head? That's weird.
That's weird. You know what? I want a candidate who requires counter service workers to see when you put money in the tip jar so you get credit for it. That's
the only thing I ask, Jimmy. That is all I ask. I will hold
It's like,
the
did
money.
you see me? I put it in the jar. You were looking the other way.
You know what I do, Jimmy? I act like I don't know where the jar is and put it where they have to put it themselves. Because I tip good, but not with no credit.
How about we make every job? I want a candidate who makes every job a tipped wage, but you tip them with health care. How about that?
Hey, go get a colonoscopy on me, pal.
What's that?
Go get a colonoscopy on me.
Did you see? I want to cover this. Did you see the Olympic athletes from the United States? They're tweeting out videos, freaked out that they get to go have health care at the Olympic Village. There was one woman, she was a Olympic rugby player for the United States. She said, I just had an eye exam. I went and saw a dentist and I got a pap smear. I've never had these things before.
Yeah, they don't make. Yeah, well, Rogan talked about it. Besides, it's like a gross thing to have the Olympics. It's a scam. Like they make it's like NCAA.
Yeah,
they're just basically slaves.
So somebody's making billions of dollars, and it isn't the athletes.
No, they're eugenic specimens.
So I just want to remind people that Kamala Harris bragged about casting the tie-breaking vote for the bill that allowed the IRS to crack down on service workers' tips. Now she's adopting Trump's no tax on tips proposal. Will she admit that her vote was a mistake and the IRA was bad for America? Good catch, Amuse.
Kamala, giggle twice if you're sorry. Wait, it doesn't say Tax on Tips Act, right? It says Inflation Reduction Act. Gosh, you think somebody might have mislabeled it? Stop the bill. There's been a terrible mistake. Wait, but that says it's for reducing inflation, Jimmy.
So here, I like what this guy had to say. He says, Kamala Harris has completely reversed her position on banning fracking, defunding the police, eliminating private insurance. Today, she hijacked Trump's plan on no tax on tips. The woman is a total fraud and complete phony who will say and do anything to get a... Well, yeah, they all are. But,
yeah, the only problem is her not doing it, which she's not gonna. But,
right.
I mean, it's not like Trump kept a bunch of his promises, is it?
So now that they have the same policy on tips and taxing tips... I guess we'll have to move on to the most important part of this contest. Who looks better walking off of a plane? That's what I say. I think they should have a bill that says guys that men with pants that are way too tight in the calf have to tip double. That's what I think.
Oh, that style's for old people now.
Have you seen?
What old man did you see with those tight ass pants? The kids are wearing grandpa pants now.
Did they? Oh, has it switched?
Oh yes, it's switched. I just wear the regular straight cut jeans.
Yeah, me too.
That's old man.
So
that's old man.
You're telling me the young men aren't? They went from because they were wearing
skinny jeans.
The skinny, not only skinny jeans, but skinny suit pants, and with no socks, and they were floods like Pee Wee Herman. Right? You've seen that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I've seen it. Yeah, Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's everywhere. So they've stopped doing that. Now they're wearing regular length pants.
I mean, no, I'm sure people do it, but it means you're old if you do it. If you still do it, you're old. That's all it means.
Okay.
Boomer. You mean boomer pants?
So she'll say anything to get elected. Really, anything, even crazy stuff like not giving hundreds of billions of jillions of dollars to Ukraine. Whoa, that is crazy. That's crazy.
Do you think she would? I love that they're like, hey, go after workers' tips because we have inflation from this moronic thing we did with Ukraine. We gotta go beg Venezuela for some oil because of the stupid Ukraine thing. Go put this on servers.
Even though she has no policies up at her website, none. She's managed to reverse positions more often than a porn star. Am I right? Come on. Come on. I'm not saying she does, but it's probably close. That's all I'm saying. All right. So we're going to say, so that was a great segment. I enjoyed that segment. It worked out. I love being back in the studio. When I did the StreamYard from Big Bear, that was so goddamn painful for me. I felt out of sorts. Like I couldn't get my mojo on. I need to be surrounded by sound panels that absorb the sound, and I need to have a real microphone in my face.
Yeah,
I'm
making an actual studio in my other room.
Are you?
Yeah, I got like those. I don't know. I got a bunch of stuff coming in. I'm
okay.
Make it nice.
Well, I'm thinking of getting an Airbnb for a month down in Austin because I enjoyed playing the mothership so much.
Oh man! And I told you I got a sports legend aggressively.
Do you want to tell Kurt? Do you want to tell people that story?
Okay, so I'll just tell it all. I don't want to say the guy's name, but it rhymes with Dim Tunkin. You tell me if you're in a room.
So an ex-NBA star.
A dude plops down next to you, and he goes, asks you how much money you make a year first.
Really?
It's like 5 dudes sitting. And he goes, how much money you make a year?
What?
Now, Okay, so I honestly I don't know, but I go I was so weird. Everybody thought it was weird. Okay, then next thing you know, there's this guy that works there that he looks like he shouldn't be there because he's like underage, but he's 27. He has like a condition. So they're like, oh, who's that? And when that guy came in, he did this thing where he grabbed the back of my neck and did like a massage and also like a thing. Okay, I didn't understand what was happening. Okay. Oh, I forgot. So he was talking to me, and I looked away and was talking to somebody, and I looked back, and he was just looking at me still. Like he was the side of my head. So he asked me how much am I making. He's staring at the side of my head while I'm talking to somebody. I have no idea what's going on. And he grabs it back, and he's going like this. Like, I'm like, boy, I mean, the dude he could palm my entire back. I'm 6'4", dude, but he's like a 7 foot tall. Okay. And I'm like, and my neck was sore. I got to say, I felt very loose. Okay, I got to say, it felt great. And but it was like, and he goes, you know what I'm thinking right now? Okay. And I go, I'll try to be funny. I go, well, I would never probably ask a dude who's grabbing the back of my neck what he's thinking. I know I don't want to know that, And nobody laughed. It was just weird in there. There's all guys sitting there. And it's like that. And I'm like, and I'm like, oh my God, is that? I go, and then he goes, hey, what's this over there? And he leans across my lap with his enormous condor wink. And he goes, and he's pointing at my phone, like he knows what a phone is. It's like a move you would do if you know you're really in with someone. Uh-huh. Okay. So I'm like a chick now, dude. I'm like, I just want to be friends. Dude, and I grabbed this is not a joke, but it makes me laugh. Like I grabbed up my man purse and finished my White Claw and left.
So now you know.
Look, I don't blame him. I'm a beautiful man. I brought that on myself. So
yeah,
he's not made of stone, Jimmy. He's a man, flesh and blood, and sugar and spice, apparently.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he's only human.
Hey, I'm not trying to be Terry Crews over here. I appreciated I was flattered. Apparently, he's a legend.
So I remember when he got divorced.
It's a little weird. The other guys, though, sitting there looking at it all quiet.
That's the part.
I don't blame that legend. I'll tell you that.
Now, nobody made a joke. There's 4 other comedians sitting there. Not one of them makes a joke.
My gay friends and all my comedy friends in New York. First of all, I hang out with Big J Okerson and like Louis Gomez. So I have a very high tolerance for gay chicken. I'm a white guy. Okay. And it kind of got like all of them would be making a joke about that because it is hilarious. And like I said, I don't give a shit that guy did, but it's hilarious that happened. And he's just sat there like an entourage. Like, does this happen a lot? Anyway, he paid his ex-wife not to talk about it. He didn't give me no money. So I'm going to tell this hilarious story.
That is wild.
I don't blame nothing or whatever on him, dude, at all. Like, it's very flattering.
You got to hit out. If you see something, you don't make any phone calls. You don't make any sales, right?
I was talking about P. Diddy parties to somebody, and I made that stupid joke about the secret Freemason knowledge of the top of the pyramid. What the big secret is? A hole's a hole. And so he only came in on that part. I bet he was like, "Oh, this dude's pretty cool."
Okay. All right, Kurt, we're gonna say goodbye to you. We'll be back in a little bit. I have an interview to do, and we'll be right back. Okay.
All right, man. Bye.
All right. So let's take a break, and we're gonna get our guest.
We'll be back with Jennifer Say.
Jennifer.
If I were Rabbi Shmuley and diddle 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 digga digga diddle diddle dum, all day long I'd diddle little bums. If I were a Shmuley man, I'd peddle all my dildos, dreidel dildos, selling dildos with my daughter and her mum. If I were a Jewish Shmuley man, I'd be digging with a dildo in my bum. I'd wear a grotesque nose and go grab some goyim right on the nipple with a pinch. A Shabbos lap dance brace for the youngest mensch.
At this time, more than any other time, revolution is necessary. It is necessary. Not only based on what has happened with the MOVE organization, the babies that have been murdered, MOVE adults that have been murdered, bombs being dropped on us, but past that to what is happening with all black people, so-called minority people, money poor people. This government, as has been said earlier, has waged war on us. But something about us, particularly here in America, we don't really understand that. We don't really know what war is, for black people, for poor people, that people see as good, that they wasn't forced to do, that they didn't do to try to keep black people appeased, and calm down so that black people wouldn't riot. A prison situation is a crystallized example of that. You can make phone calls in prison. They have movies in prison, but they don't have those things because they just want to be nice to prisoners. They have those things because they know damn well if they don't have, people being able to contact their family, if they don't have, facilities for people to sit there and watch movies, people are going to be frustrated, upset, and they're going to direct that frustration at them prison administrators, and they're going to have riots on their hands. They're going to have people in them prisons turning them prisons out. That's why they have movies. That's why they have access to phones the way they do. And a stop to it when we don't like it, or encouraging it when it's something that's in our interest. We have to call the shots. The people have to take the reins of this system and start dictating what we need, what needs to be done. And, taking the initiative to do it ourselves. We can't rely on this system. Don't people see what's happening? Every single confrontation that MOVE people have been involved in, every single issue, oppression, economic issues, every single issue facing our people, is something that can be dealt with very, very simply. All people got to do is make their wishes known. All people have to do is stand up and say, listen, we're not accepting that. Unity is the key. Unity is the key to revolution. Revolution ain't nothing to be afraid of. It ain't nothing to shy away from. Revolution, contrary to what officials, this system and those backing the officials running this system, want people to believe that revolution means violence, means blood in the street. I'm saying it can get to that point, but it don't have to be violent. When people come together and take a strong stand on an issue, this government don't have no choice but to listen. Where you think they get their authority from? They don't have no power, but they do have authority to do certain things. Where you think they get it from? They get it from us, from the people. They get it from us accepting the things that they do to be done to stop it. Then you have some people who want to then turn around and say, yeah, well, it's the best we have, and want to make excuses. The time for excuses is over. It's over. Every man, woman, and child has to be involved in this revolution. Not only has to be, but is, whether you want to be or not. I mean, our babies gave their lives for this revolution on May 13th. Men, women, and children were murdered. And not just move babies. What about all of the young men, women, children 8, 9 years old shot down on the street by cops, by drug pushers? I mean, where do you think that mentality comes from? It comes from this system, from the mentality of this system of getting over, making a quick buck, I'm saying that's where that needs to be done to stop it. Then, what I want people to really, really understand is that it's past time. It is past time for poor people, black people, to realize that this system has failed you. It has failed you. You can't get nothing from it. And what people got to do is withdraw our support from it and start doing for ourselves. That's what we got to do. How long are people going to sit back and beg, this government to do what's right, when for hundreds of years, all you've gotten is a slap in the face. All you've gotten is this government kicking your ass. That's all. That's all black people have ever gotten from this government.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletter. Just visit